Thabo Bester's mother speaks of the death threats she's received after submitting her DNA to the police.
And she told me, why did you do the DNA test?
Cash and transit robbers in the crosshairs. Police shoot and kill 9 this morning. And the price of snoek is soaring, putting a dampener on Easter celebrations for some. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton. This is Eyewitness News. Maria Mabaso's DNA was key to the discovery that her son, the Facebook rapist, had escaped jail, and that the charred remains found in a cell did not belong to Thabo Bester. She says people call her threatening to kill her and is now living in fear.
Somebody phoned me. She asked me, are you Thabo's mother? Are you Maria Mabaso? I say, yes. And she told me, why did you do the DNA test? I say, I do it because he's my son. Right? And then he asked me, you know that DNA test of you make a big problem. You see, well, you're going to see what is going to happen with the DNA test. And then one day I was walking by the church of somewhere. Other lady came to me. She said, I did see Thabo's pictures here. Come, I tell you. Somebody phone, say, you are the wrong people. Why you take a DNA test? And you must watch out. People will come. They will say it is the police, but it's not the police. Yesterday, I did run away from the journalist.
Mabaso also tells us that her son was the product of a rape, grew up with his grandmother, and the last time she saw him was in Wynberg in 2004 when he was convicted of fraud. Bester escaped from Mangaung prison in May last year and has been on the run ever since. 6 rifles, 6 commercial explosives already assembled and ready to be detonated, as well as 4 vehicles have been seized by police. It follows a bloody gun battle between police and a gang of 12 suspected cash and transit robbers in Sebokeng, south of Johannesburg this morning. Police killed 9 of the suspects, while 3 others who formed part of the gang were injured and remain under police guard in hospital. Police say the gang are believed to have been planning an Easter weekend heist before their operation was foiled by members of crime intelligence and the tactical response team. Dozens of residents of Golden Gardens gathered near the crime scene when police infiltrated a home where the gang had been hiding out just after 6 a.m. Forensic investigators have cordoned off the area. And this comes after a heist in Crystal Park yesterday where 2 innocent bystanders were shot and killed and an undisclosed amount of cash stolen. Electricity Minister Kgosientsho Ramokgopa says lack of planning is to blame for Eskom's troubles. Ramokgopa has given a report back on his visit to the power utilities' 15 power stations across the country. He says one of the issues that has led to the constant load shedding is Eskom's inability to invest in coal mines across the country. On Wednesday, government announced that the national state of disaster on electricity has been withdrawn, saying several steps had been put in place to mitigate against any impact of load shedding.
Again, Majuba and Thabo, nothing to do with the declaration of state of disaster, but the constraints on the Eskom balance sheet. We are raising a different question, that the conversation should not be about the constraint on the Eskom balance sheet and therefore its inability to make this capital investment. The conversation is, what is the cost to the South African economy as a result of our failure to make that investment?
So if you're on the roads this weekend, please be careful. Traffic volumes are expected to increase dramatically as we head into Easter, as are traffic police patrols on the country's major highways. In Gauteng, law enforcement officers are calling on motorists to obey the rules of the road, vowing to act harshly against drivers who conduct themselves with impunity. Roadblocks were also set up at the Tugela toll plaza.
Is that we want compliant motorists. We want them to be collective in their responsibility on road safety. We want them to adhere to road traffic laws. So that is why when we launched the Easter program for this year, we have planned 615 operations ranging from alcohol roadblocks, multiple disciplinary roadblocks, speed timing exercises, VCPs, vehicle checkpoints, to ensure that the motorists and road users are compliant.
In kitchens across the Cape, fish and onions are pickling in bowls of sweet and sour curry sauce, and hot cross buns have been set aside. Some say the origins are from Cape Malay cuisine during colonial times when vinegar and spices were used as preservatives. But in the lead up to Easter, many people are grappling with the sky-high price of fish, with the asking price of a snoek as high as 300 rand.
Prices of the hake, I think it's going in between about 47 to 50 rand a kilo. That is from the boat. Then the man must still sell it to the public.
Whatever's on your plate this weekend, have a good one. I'll see you next week. I'm Jane Dutton. This is Eyewitness News. Remember to like and subscribe.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.